the rundown. April 24th. The skeleton crew, as I call them, because they're skinny.
Yep, that makes sense.
This is not a. We would not do well in a fight.
No.
Or maybe you would. You
light,
would do well in a fight.
I think in our weight class. I mean, if we're fighting heavyweights,
I would not do well.
This guy's MMA mastermind. He knows all the angles. He sees angles.
I speak for myself.
I don't think I'd do good in a fight. I think you could speak for me too. Okay.
It's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the dog in the. I just.
You do that.
All right. Starting off, NBA, NHL playoffs. Both New York Rangers and the New York Knicks lead their series 2-0. Right in front of MSG. They've been going nuts. Bing Bong was it last season?
Bing Bong, yeah. I love the Bing Bong.
I want to talk shit about the Knicks celebrating for a series, first round series win, but I've been going hard for the Pacers down there, so I can't say anything.
As Ev said, people our age, this is maybe like the greatest Knicks moment, week of Knicks fans' lifetimes.
Yeah.
Other than, of course, Jeremy Lin.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you guys haven't had much, but it is cool seeing MSG back-to-back nights. You got the Knicks, then the Rangers are in there.
Everyone, walking on my way to work, like every other person has on Knicks stuff, and then every fifth person has on Rangers stuff. Like the city is electric right now.
Yeah.
The Rangers are great too. Like great.
They have the President's Cup curse.
Yep. Well, yeah.
Do you think that's gonna come into fact? I mean, they've beat up on the Caps, but the Caps are kind of.
The Caps stink.
Ovechkin is an old man.
First round last year, so they had like one of the best seasons ever regular season.
Right.
Yeah.
But they switched their goalies, right? They weren't. They had like a goalie rotation, and then they're like, all right, we're just gonna go with one goalie the rest of the time.
So the Rangers beating up on the Caps, they're going to sweep them, I think. The Caps are the oldest team I've ever seen in my life. They're slow. Ovechkin can't do a thing. I'm not worried about them. Nate went to the game last night. I was happy about that. He got to see a big loss. And yeah, the Knicks up next. I'm not concerned about the Knicks, but I think the Rangers have an easy first round. Knicks not so much.
I think the Knicks are going to win this in 5. I even took it. I think it was plus 220. Series over in 5 games. I think the Knicks and Knicks and Sixers kind of split this 3 and 4, and the Knicks could take care of business in Game 5. Now, I don't think the Knicks are going to win anything beyond that, or maybe the second round. But they're running the Celtics, and it's going to be a steal.
Yeah.
Who goes farther, Knicks or Rangers?
I think Rangers. I think Rangers have like a legit chance this year. I don't want to say it, I don't want to say the C word, but I think they have a chance at the C word. Not the normal C word people think of.
Right. I don't see any way the Knicks get out of the Eastern Conference Finals.
I don't know enough to say about
Boston,
that. But yeah.
I don't know enough about hockey to say anything, but I can say that the Celtics are just going to be a disaster for them. And then let's say they do somehow get past Celtics and I'm wrong, then you got the Nuggets waiting for you. I just don't see how the Knicks can win. But I give the Knicks are having a nice year. It's a good year. It's nice. It's nice.
It's always great when the Knicks are good.
It's better for New York.
Yeah.
Because the city rallies around the Knicks like no other team. Because Mets, Yankees, Giants, Jets.
I mean, if the Nets are good, you could hear crickets.
No one.
Yeah, no one cares.
No one cares. It's crazy how little impact the Nets have in the city.
Nobody cares about the Nets.
Nobody cares.
It's crazy, yeah.
Even when they had Harden and Durant, and even before that, you had Pierce and Garnett, nobody gave a fuck.
No.
I mean, yeah, just look at the tickets prices. You can you can't afford Knicks tickets. It's insane.
Knicks tickets are, unless you use Game Time, Knicks tickets are insane. But yeah, Knicks, and then you said the Nets. I mean, like I'm a Celtics fan. I'll often go watch the games in Brooklyn instead because it's just so much cheaper.
Right. Yeah. When the Pacers come through, I'm like, I'll skip MSG. I've been there once, did that. Now it's
I was going to say, speaking of the Spurs.
Speaking of Spurs, let's talk about America's team. The real team everyone cares about in the NBA playoffs. Spurs beat the Bucks last night. They kind of pulled a reverse. First game they got dogged. Second game they kind of dogged the Bucks a little bit. Pascal Siakam goes off. There's better superstars, but Pascal Siakam might be the best player at making his own shot in the NBA. He's so good. He just goes down there, does the same moves every time, and just either lays it in or does like a mid-range jump shot, and it's money every time. Pascal Siakam. I feel like people have been sleeping on him. I know he won a championship with the Raptors, but I feel like he kind of got slept on because of
He's a Bruce Lee kind of guy, Don't fear a man who knows 1,000 punches. Fear the man who has practiced one punch 1,000 times.
Just the 1-inch punch.
Boom.
Just what he does. He just goes in. It's amazing. And I feel like a couple weeks before the playoffs started, I was looking at the scenarios, and I was like, oh, the Pacers could get the Bucks. And after the regular season, you had Halliburton doing the Dame time. You had the Ballgate thing. You just had a bunch of petty drama because the Pacers finally were able to beat the Bucks. They were like 4-1 in the regular season. I was like, oh, they could play the Bucks. I want the Bucks. Give me the Bucks. And then, of course, Giannis went out, so it doesn't mean as much. But
is he coming back next game?
I don't know.
I don't think
he is. They just said there was a tweet that was like, he can't even run in practice. Like, he can't do anything.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they initially said 2 to 4 weeks, which even though the NBA playoffs do take forever, that would keep him out the entire first round.
Yeah.
like a calf issue is not good. It's like it takes like a month. And then there's a non-contact.
And if you rush him back, you're even more fucked.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I think you guys are in a great spot. So you guys split the series in Milwaukee, but now you guys are going back home in Indiana. You guys are the driver's seat.
So it's the series is the perfect amount of chippy. I feel like both teams hate each other, but they don't want to be like, yeah, we hate them. They're waiting for the other person to make the move, so then they can retaliate and be like, oh, well, they started it, we're going to end it. So it's kind of like the Cold War a little bit, where they're just like waiting for something big to pop off. But last night, the Pacers played well, and you had Nebhard and Halliburton like clapping in people's faces.
I like that.
Nothing more annoying than just someone just like doing that. Bobby Portis is getting pissed. So I feel like the tension's building. Something's going to happen in this series where the two teams are going to
Malice at the Palace.
Malice at the Palace.
These two teams don't like each other. I will say, though, on the other side, the Bucks are still favored. Pacers, I think, are plus 105 in that series. So, like, the sportsbooks still like the Bucks more.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean,
I feel good. Where's your confidence at on a percentage?
Yeah.
So the Pacers should win this next game.
You think
they
they're
should
gonna win the series? Do you really believe that?
I do.
Yeah.
But there's no team in the NBA that is worse at they win a big game, they're high, and then they just kind of start loving the smell of their own farts and reading their like newspaper clippings like, yeah, we are great, and then they'll just get absolutely dogged in the next game. So I'm kind of nervous about this game 3.
Okay. I will admit, though, I do kind of love the smell of my own farts. I can't blame you.
No. I've heard you have that take before.
You don't like the smell of my farts?
You don't like them. You can tolerate them more than other people's farts, but
I don't say love. Maybe love is a strong word, but I definitely I don't mind them.
like you go, ooh, nice.
No, I know that, but I'm like, it's like,
huh?
But somebody else, it does horrify. Like, it's so weird how we are like that.
For scientific reasons, I like it. It's like checking the dipstick on your oil because you're like, okay, all right.
What's wrong with me?
Where are we at? I am healthy. I feel like I am healthy. I haven't eaten
or something's wrong.
Or like, what trash have I been putting in my body? Yeah.
Like when I don't like to smell my own farts, usually it means something's like drastically wrong.
Yeah.
And that's bad. But if I would even say above tolerant, whatever the difference between like good and tolerant, like the middle ground, that's how I feel about my own farts. You're disgusted.
You're more
farts?
than. I'm not disgusted, but I'm at the tolerate level. I'm right at the top. Like I could tolerate.
Somebody like, that's a good one.
No.
Oh, sometimes I do that. If it's a real like,
No.
that's a good one.
But yeah, I'm saying Pacers in 6. Also, great time for basketball in Indiana. Caitlin Clark just got drafted to the
that's
Fever.
right.
Oh yeah.
We got the her shirt. Store.barstoolsports.com.
Oh, very
22
nice.
flyer.
Oh yeah. If you're
What's the team name?
the Fever.
The Fever. I like that.
I don't know where that comes from, to be honest. Like
you catch the fever.
the fever of basketball.
Like that.
Like a
I got
fever
a fever,
dream.
and the
And
only
Pacers
cure
win
is more
8500?
Caitlin Clark.
Is that what that's about?
The state. Yeah.
Yeah,
Basketball fever.
basketball
All right. Yeah.
And Pacers is in the Indianapolis 500. Is that why?
Yeah. The pace car. Yeah.
Oh, I never put that together.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, Pacers in 6.
And Colts is because you stole the team from Baltimore.
Well, we didn't steal them.
you did. It's fine. It happened.
Ursay's dad left in the middle of the night like a coward. And
Left Cleveland, was it?
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
The Baltimore
Oh, you just
Colts.
said that. Duh.
the fun fact, Twisted History, download, rate, subscribe. Jim Irsay's dad owned the LA Rams and traded the Baltimore Colts for straight up plus $3 million. So they just kind of switched franchises.
Okay.
Plus $3 million. So one of them was.
So Jim Irsay had to give him the LA Rams and $3 million, or not Jim Irsay's dad.
Right.
Yeah.
Was it
Senior?
Arthur Irsay? I can't remember what his name is.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, I don't know if that's ever happened in sports where two owners just trade their franchises.
Can't think of it ever happening.
Yeah.
It's not in baseball.
Where's Frank the Tank when you need him?
Like,
Yeah.
You know, Stone Ages.
One funny thing to come out of hockey last night was mushing the Jets.
Yeah, so Marty and I are both on the Jets. We both are not hockey guys at all. So Marty asked Whit last week when we were in Chicago doing the mini golf thing, who do you like? Dark horse. And
Yep.
Whit is like, the Jets have really good defense. So Marty's in the Jets. Marty's like, come ride with me. I'm like, absolutely, because I love playoff hockey. Any reason to watch. So both in the Jets won the first game.
Yep.
So Marty and I are texting each other like, wow, can you imagine anyone who's not a Jets fan? Oh, this is so great, so great. And we were texting each other last night. And then Marty starts tweeting about it publicly. And the second he starts tweeting about it, Avalanche score. He tweets about it again, Avalanche score. Tweets about it again, Avalanche score.
That's crazy.
Like, Marty, what the fuck are you doing?
I was watching it live and following along with Marty's tweets, and his final tweet really made me laugh. He said, all right, I'm going to wait until the end of the game.
Yeah,
He eventually
yeah.
was like, all right,
I'm not a Jinx guy at all. Like, I think the Jinx thing is kind of silly. But honestly, shit like last night, I'm like, what the fuck
It was
are
weird.
you doing?
It was weird. It was strange. The Avs had the Jets had the whiteout too, so the fans were just sitting
Yes.
there upset.
It was
bad.
It was not great. But but we're 1-1. We're still Marty and I are still big Winnipeg
Jets are a good
guys.
team. Yeah.
Yes.
You like their chances.
Yes.
Yeah, we did it's hard to talk hockey. We did the Dozen did a video where they're like, who was the winning coach of the Stanley Cup team last year?
Yeah, the Golden Knights. I know, was it Gerard Gallant was their original coach, but I don't know who the new coach is.
I don't know who it is either.
terrible?
Couldn't tell.
I need to. We did
Bruce
that deal.
Cassidy, that's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
you used to coach the Bruins.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a deal with 47, so we were wearing 47 hats, and I got a Jersey Devils hat.
Yeah.
I need to get a new hat because I'll wear it in the city, and I'll have like Rangers fans be like, "Oh, you can't be wearing that here, brother!" Like,
Fuck Lindy, bro.
they're just like chirping me, and I'm just like, I can't.
Yeah.
I was at CVS doing the self checkout. Sorry, Buddha Ben. But I was doing that, and the guy standing there was like, "Oh man, you watched the game last night?" And I was, "Buddy, I
You have
don't."
to like check your hat.
Yeah, I was like, "I don't know anything about."
I don't know why you're not wearing your Patriots hat all the time. You are the ultimate. We're in a Patriots group chat.
I like the discreetness of wearing my Jersey Devils hat because when someone sees me on the street, they're like, "Is that Vibs?" Like, no way, it's
Avenger.
Vibs.
When Avenger goes out, they wear just a plain black cap, and that's their disguise.
Yeah. I was like, "Well, that's not Captain
You're
America."
punished by too much fame.
Yeah, I should wear my Pacers hat, my Stars hat.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, we're in a group chat, the Sirs group chat, and it has been popping off lately.
Oh, last night was exciting.
Coming into work the day after a Sirs win, this place is buzzing. It's just a different vibe.
I appreciate it because I'm a Celtics fan. There's other people who are other fans. Like you have some Knicks fans in there, but you open your arms to. You're very gracious with your Sirs.
You want everyone to be a Sirs.
Hop on the bandwagon. I tried to invite everyone to the in-season tournament championship in the Gambling Cave.
Yeah.
0 people showed up. I take it back. John Rich showed up. John Rich showed his support. No, they lost to the Lakers.
Well, John Rich is an actual Pacers fan.
Yes, that
You
is
and
true.
John Rich are the actual Pacers fan.
That is true. But I think John Rich left at halftime, so it was just
Well.
me sitting alone, just
That's sad.
doing. And then I don't know, like Jack Mack came in and was like, "Hey, can we turn this to Thursday night football? Can we watch a real thing?" But yeah, also the other series going on, Clippers Mavs is good.
Yeah, I mean, you got, that's a great series. Really interesting. Kawhi's, his knees he's got inflammation. He didn't look right last night shooting. And you have really probably the two most talented players on the floor on the same team with Luka and Kyrie. That's no offense to Paul George, but I just think those two, when they're right,
Yeah.
Kyrie is not a crazy person, which he's been pretty normal this year. They won 50 games.
Yeah,
Pretty good team.
I was saying earlier in the season, I was like, if this team isn't old as hell and their knees are dust by the playoffs, like they could do some damage. Like it's
Yeah.
a solid team because they kind of figured it out. And the Timberwolves Suns, I want that to be a good series, but it's been kind of boring to watch.
I said it on Pick Central, the Suns drive me crazy because they're a team that I see, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker. I'm going to bet on this team. I believe in this team. They don't play defense. Durant's old, and I got to keep reminding myself that. So if I bet on them game 1, lost. So I'm like, I'm just going to stop betting on this. I just don't believe in the Suns. And the Timberwolves, are they good? Are they like a good team? Like, you know what I mean? Like they might be like legit, like a contender.
Yeah, I don't know. They're still kind of young and still figuring it out.
Edwards.
But if Anthony,
good last night.
he's so fun to watch. I love watching him.
He is, in the words of Meek Phil, he is in Kevin Durant's ass.
Yes.
Yes, right. Yeah.
In his ass.
In Smitty's ass
Yeah,
series,
yeah.
which is.
Right in his ass. Games 1 through 7 in his ass.
Yes. I hope he likes the smells of Smitty's cars, right?
Yeah.
What do we got? Okay, Caitlin Clark signs a shoe deal with Nike. That's where I should have. That's where I should have promoted it. Ben. That was bad.
No.
Another promo?
Call back.
Another promo. Give him another.
Get your her shirt. Store.barstoolsports.com. Look at the back. It's got the number on it.
We all
Fever.
love Caitlin.
Catch the fever. But Caitlin Clark signs a deal with Nike. 8 years, $28 million. That was the highest offer. She had.
And everyone thinks she's lowballed. It's
She's getting peanuts.
Yeah, Dave.
It's $3.5 million
Dave was saying,
a year.
she should, 8 years, $80 million. Dave was tweeting about it last night.
Like, so the Fever, last year they had 2 nationally televised games. This year, 36 of their 40 are nationally televised.
Jeez, really?
The teams they're playing are taking it out of the arena that the teams normally play in and putting it in bigger arenas so they can sell more tickets. They're making so much money off her. Like,
36
she's
to
getting
40 games
getting
nationally
nothing.
televised. Why even have a local TV deal? That's crazy.
Yeah. That's like at this point too. Like I feel like every like young girl playing basketball is gonna want the Caitlin Clark shoes.
Of course.
Oh, 100%.
And the
like,
gear,
she's
not just
gonna
the
be-
shoes, but like
yeah,
you have the
Shirts
shirts
and shorts,
and
yeah.
warm-up pants and everything.
Trent and I went to the Iowa-Rutgers game at Rutgers, and after the game, it was unreal. A quarter or more of the stadium just sat in their seats and stayed there and kind of like tried to file down to the exit where she was leaving so they could maybe get an autograph from her. Like, it was like, I don't know, like Taylor Swift was like just a mega star. Everyone was wanting an autograph. And then like she did a couple autographs from like random people. This one girl got an autograph, took her shirt and just started like sat down and crying. Like it was the coolest thing I've ever seen, like after a basketball game. I was like, wow, it was awesome. So she needs to be getting paid more. Like she's her.
She's her.
She's her. Also, she's got she's got to deal with guys like Greg Doyle.
Compared to
Greg
like
Doyle.
Zion Williams getting $70 million. You got with $100 million.
Devin Booker, 5-year, $50 million contract with Nike. Like,
Yeah, am I crazy to think like Caitlin Clark? I hear her name more than LaMelo Ball. Is that just in our tunnel or
no, that's real. I mean, and the thing is, Zion, LaMelo, Devin, all these guys, even LeBron, they're all competing for roughly the same market. Where I think Caitlin Clark has a whole demographic, not to alter herself, but where she can dominate.
Yeah.
Kind of like Jordan in the 80s and 90s.
True.
But Caitlin Clark didn't bust through her shoe in front of President Obama at Duke.
I forgot about that.
That was the weirdest night of basketball ever. Reggie Bush getting his Heisman back.
Why'd they take it away? That's my question.
Because his family took money from an agent.
They took money from an agent.
Oh.
They got a
It
house.
wasn't like anything on the field. It was.
No, it was. Because
I thought my head went to like steroids or like anything like that.
No. His family took money from an agent, and because they wanted to go to USC too, because it was California. And
But people seem happy about this.
yeah, it's honestly like if it happened today, it wouldn't even be a story because the rules have changed. So he was kind of punished by rules of the time.
Everyone was doing under the table deals. There's so many under the table deals going around, but Reggie Bush, I feel like they kind of wanted to make an example of him and be like, all right, this is the best player in the sport, the Heisman winner. We're going to punish him and make an example so no one else would do it.
And it was kind of had a ripple effect because then Pete Carroll ended up leaving USC, went to Seattle, and then
Because of
won the Super Bowl. It was all sorts of scandals. No, they were worried there would be like punishments and penalties. So he went to and coached the Seahawks to a Super Bowl, a couple of Super Bowls and won one.
The death penalty, was that floated around?
Not for them.
Yeah.
The only time I've really heard the death penalty seriously brought up was Penn State.
Oh, Penn State. I think Miami, they kind of were talking about it because they were getting
80s?
a lot of money. No, in
the 80s it was talked about with them too.
But I also I watched the documentary where they're like, we'll never do the death penalty again. We were too hard on SMU.
I think if it didn't happen for Penn State, it's never going to happen.
Yeah, but who's I don't know, the Miami teams with like Vince Wilfork or whatever, there's some backer or whatever.
I don't know. Fortunately, get the wrong guy on for college stuff.
Yeah.
But Reggie Bush getting back, I have no problem. I've been saying for a long time, college players should get paid. I'm glad the rules. I wish that college players would stay with their schools for longer, but I have no problem at all with them getting paid. I wish there was some sort of happy medium we could do now.
Did OJ ever get his Heisman taken away? Was that a thing? He got found innocent.
It's a great question. I don't know.
He was found innocent, so it's like.
Well, yes, he was. He was found guilty in a civil.
What are they going to do?
But he also was found guilty for armed robbery as well.
Yeah, he did steal.
His own stuff back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think OJ did get it taken away. I could be wrong.
OJ did not.
A question that I think John Rich posed in the notes: if you were Reggie Bush, would you want the Heisman back, or would you want to say go fuck yourself? I think you want it back.
I also think there's something to be said for like being the better man.
Yeah.
Like, you
Taking
know
the
what?
high
I'll
road?
take it. Yeah, I'll take it back.
No, you got to be petty. You got to give them the double middle finger, double bird, and say, fuck you guys. Fuck the NCAA. You guys are criminals. I hate the NCAA is just so crooked. They're the worst. But the Heisman Trophy, like the actual trophy, is an awesome trophy. I want it. I want it back. I want it.
All time.
You could probably make a replica.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
And
does every Heisman winner get their own version of the trophy, or is it like the Stanley Cup where you got to give it back?
No, you get your own version.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I don't know. When I was younger, I would have said the same thing. The older I get, the more I'm like, you know what? Like, life's too short. Like, just enjoy things, appreciate things. Try not to get like if I'm mad, like I'm Pink Syndrome, screaming. But the next day, I'm usually fine.
I think
holding on to stuff that makes me sick. Makes me literally have like diarrhea and stuff.
if it's like
Like I get sick, you know what I mean? Like it makes my heart sad. It makes my stomach go upset.
if it's like the school, like USC, like yeah, be the bigger man, like have a good relationship with the school, like you had a good time there, they gave you a lot. But the faceless, corrupt NCAA, fuck them. Like you can just
Fuck 'em.
fuck you.
Yeah.
Eat my dick is what I would say. If I'm Reggie Bush, I look at them and I say, you eat my dick, NCAA.
But they kind of are. They're publicly giving it back. They are like, you got them. You won the long game. Yeah, they got their. You know, they made your life hell for a little while. But at the end of the day, you won.
Do you think Johnny Manziel had anything to do with it?
I don't.
Yeah,
He did. He said he'd boycott if they didn't give it back, and they gave it back.
I don't think that.
Yeah, Johnny.
I think the NCAA just. I believe me. It didn't hurt. And I appreciate taking a stance for what you think is right, but I don't think it had a major deal.
Mission accomplished, Johnny.
Johnny Football went on Twitter and said we should boycott the Heisman ceremony until they give Reggie Bush.
Yeah, it probably didn't hurt, right? Never hurts. And Ed, if you're taking a stand you believe in that's for the right thing and you think is right, then good for you. But don't hold on to, my advice, don't hold on to grudges.
There you go. That's good advice.
No. Department of Transportation says airlines will now have to pay when they mess up. This is big. So if your flight's canceled, if it's delayed 3 hours domestically, 6 hours internationally, or they lose your bags, they have to pay you. I don't know how much they're going to pay you.
Yeah.
But that's a win.
You get automatic refund if your flight is canceled or delayed, so that you get your money back.
That's
Huge. Also, if you pay for Wi-Fi that doesn't work, that might be just a $10 refund.
might be
but it's annoying because that happens often.
Yes, I'd want to get like at least like $5, so I feel like it's a little victory for
Exactly.
me. Yeah, hey.
So I'm split on this. Part of me is like, I don't want the government stepping in when this should be, in theory, a private. Every airline, in theory, should be a private business, and like you would hope that competition would have these guys step up their game. But that's not happening. And at the end of the day, we do have a Department of Transportation, so. And we've all been, if you travel at all, you've been victim of the airlines treating us like complete dog shit.
Yeah.
So maybe this doesn't happen.
Do the airlines like get together in like a meeting and they're just like, hey, we've got him by the balls. Let's just be.
Maybe.
I think it's like for instance, like the famous like thing with the olives, right? Like I think Delta or someone took out 2 olives from their salad, and it saved them like $1 million a year. Like, not $1 billion, $1 million a year, whatever. So I think they see other airlines stripping things away, which therefore kind of gives them the right or allows them to then strip things away. And before you know it, we're treated like we are now, which is like you could not be treated worse on an airline if you tried.
Yeah.
Like, when I used to fly as a kid in the 80s, it was like kind of like a luxurious thing. And I hear people talk about the 60s and 70s. You were like, it felt like you were in a Cadillac.
People smoking on planes.
Cadillac in the sky.
Now they just throw us in like we're sardines in a can.
Yeah.
And we're treated like we're treated awfully. God forbid, I've had my luggage lost before. Good luck. It's a nightmare. You just pray it gets found.
People say you got to put an air tag on them now, which is a good idea.
I think so too.
Put one of those in there, yeah.
Oh yeah.
In your luggage, like an Apple one.
That's probably.
And then you know where it is.
You know where, because you know they won't.
You could tell them where it is.
They treat us so badly now. Maybe I said I hate the idea of government stepping in, but maybe this has to happen.
Yeah, I mean, there you go, Mayor Pete, right? He's the Department of Transportation guy.
He is.
Nate hates him. Nate always is tweeting about
He
him
doesn't like him, right?
Indiana guy.
because of the Department
Indiana
of
guy, that's
Transportation.
right.
Oh, is
It's a
he?
big day for Indiana.
Right, Joe.
We got the Pacers, we got Caitlin Clark, and we got Pete Buttigieg. Wow.
The big three.
The big three. I was going to say something else. I forget what it was. All right. Anyways. Airlines 7. Like Reagan, like did the air traffic controllers and be like, hey, you guys are gonna boycott. I'm looking at you because I feel like
strike.
they went on strike, and he's like, if you don't get back in there, you're fired.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they said it was like it's a national
Yeah,
crisis.
you got
like in other words, just like police and fire department, like not all of you can go on strike at once. We have to protect ourselves.
Yes.
So saying,
They felt that they
got us by the balls.
Yeah.
So someone's got to step in and do something.
There you go, Reagan.
My favorite topic.
This is great.
Tom Cruise reportedly leaves people speechless with a breakdancing routine. Victoria Beckham's 50th birthday party. Tom Cruise shows up, does a breakdancing routine that ends with him doing the splits. People were dumbfounded.
That's the best adjective to use.
There's no video footage of it. Cameras aren't allowed. Also, Tom Cruise is 61 years old. Tom Cruise, I can see him like getting the invite in the mail to this party. And he's like, I'm gonna learn a breakdancing routine. I'm gonna wow everyone at this party.
Something big.
I gotta do something big.
I gotta say, I did this thing in solitary confinement. I know I did. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. Because I don't know when I did it, but breakdancing is like I want to breakdance right now.
Do it.
I can't do splits, but I can do this crazy thing, maybe roll around. It's
I don't
fun
know
to
if you
think
could
about.
classify that.
No, that's not really very good.
video-
It's fun to spin around, and if I was good at it, like Tom Cruise, I'm guessing learned the whole routine.
Oh.
You can understand why you want to do it at any moment you could.
Tom Cruise doesn't miss. Name one bad movie.
See, that's the thing.
And he, like, unlike me, kind of flailing around, like he can probably do it really well.
Yeah.
But I can understand wanting to do it.
We got the you in a suitcase going around.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That
I
was
did that. Yeah, I can fit I'm better at fitting a suitcase than breakdancing. But I'd be lying if you put the cardboard box out there and it was just there. I would totally do that.
Yeah.
My sad attempt, but I would still, in my mind, want to do it good.
How would you feel if Tom Cruise was at that party, like showing people a video of you in a suitcase, be like, this guy inspired me.
Oh my God.
This is where it all came.
But Tom Cruise is an excitable guy. Like we saw him on Oprah, jumping on the couch. I think he's also, I don't think like a regular human being.
No.
I've heard, I don't know what interview it was, but someone was saying they've met Tom Cruise, and it's like there's an alien in a human's body, and he's like trying to act like people would. Like,
I believe that.
He's like taking notes and being like, oh, a human does this and that, and he like shows up and he's like, hello.
Hello, people.
Don't you love the movies?
Yeah, salutations.
I love my movie theater, his popcorn
Yeah.
clip, whatever. I blogged. He's like, on one hand, he seems off his fucking rocker. He seems like a crazy person.
Yeah.
Yes.
On the other hand, he's pretty fucking awesome. He makes great movies. He does his own stunts.
Yep.
He's about to go to space. He can even show a comedic side. Les Grossman from Tropic Thunder.
Yep.
All-time comedic performance.
Couldn't sleep 2 nights ago. Watched that whole thing.
Really?
So good. Love
Great
it.
movie. But like, yeah, him being 61 too, like I saw pictures of him showing up to the party. He's wearing the nice tux, tight tux. He must have gotten that either fitted or like with breakdancing in mind, or he got stretchy pants.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't just
Showing up to the tailor.
Breakdancer
suit.
But
Now I'm gonna be breakdancing in this, just FYI. And he's like, all right, we got it.
That's why I do understand. There is 10% of me that I can get it. Like I would want to breakdance too. I think.
I believe he's probably pretty good at it too. He left people dumbfounded. That's the funniest part.
Obviously, was not the as any human being would know, probably not the best social situation to do it. It sounds like.
Yeah.
But I could understand the urge.
There is a video from her birthday where it's like the Spice Girls doing the Macarena.
They're doing the dance,
And
Beckham's like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather watch Tom Cruise a billion times more than the fucking Spice Girls.
I put that in my blog too. Yeah.
Shit too. It must have been wild.
On his head.
Oh my God! Yeah, he can do all right, and he's like spinning around. He's doing the splits with the. That's crazy.
My question is, was Tom Cruise at the party and he's like, I'm gonna break dance about 30 minutes, or did he just show up and start breakdancing and then he hung out? You know what I mean? Was it like a?
No, I bet he hung out for a bit and then broke dance.
Yeah.
Broke
Yeah,
dance?
I bet like when they were
Breakdanced?
Breakdanced. There was a series of movies, Breakin', and then Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
That came out that were about breakdancing. Breakdancing.
Is that where Electric Boogaloo comes from?
It's from the Breakin'.
It's like the intro.
People
song.
like put that as like, Batman 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, that's from that. Like when I was a kid walking around, I don't know if this, I'm probably before your time, you'd walk around New York City and there were guys with the cardboard box breakdancing.
Oh, yeah.
And it was great. It was kind of entertaining and fun.
When you got down there and started
playing the silver boombox, it was great.
When you got down
there,
there,
that is the Showtime guys, which They're a little.
No, this is better.
And they're
This is
not,
better.
yeah.
What's the Showtime guys?
They yell,
Subway?
on the
Oh, yeah.
They go, Showtime!
Yeah.
Play music and they dance on the
They
poles.
come 1 inch away from kicking you in
Yeah.
the face.
Yep.
Yeah.
But these guys were
never
on
do.
the,
They never did.
they were on the block. They were like on the block and they had the cardboard out. And I said, I think about them all the time. I always want to spin
Well,
around.
when you got down there and did that, I was like, you lived through the 80s. Like,
Yeah.
you had the bug. Like, that was when it was. That's not a good thing to say through the 80s.
Oh, no.
There's a different bug you could have gotten.
I still have the
Yeah.
no, but like I said, Tom Cruise he's obviously 17 years older than me, but he was also alive then, a young person then, and it was fun to see the guys breakdancing. Who doesn't want to do that?
Wear a jumpsuit.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Adidas, yeah. Bucket hat.
Yeah, like get Run DMC or my Beastie Boys.
I feel like
Great.
I might have said this before, but every award show, you got Run DMC and Aerosmith doing Walk This Way.
Yeah.
Yep. Like, it's the 15th anniversary, and they're like, fuck, here it is again. And you're like, I'm so tired of it.
It's probably
Yeah.
right now, but like when that came out, that was the first time like rock and rap had kind of like merged. It was a huge
The
deal.
music
I'm-
video, him
He
like
kicks
bursting
in
through
the
the wall.
Yeah, like that's huge.
Yeah, it's a cool song, but the 5th time singing it on like an award show, you're like, this again. I feel like whenever the phone rings, they're just like, yep, yeah, we're there. We'll do it.
Yeah. The check still clears,
Yeah. After show.
Mintz's frat photo.
Yeah. I don't know how this is just now coming out.
He almost looks like that's like what a young Peter Griffin looked like.
Yeah.
It is the very.
Speaking of the 80s, he kind of looks like the side character in any 80s movie,
Yes.
like the kind of the chubby friend.
You know the gif of the kid like waving and then his face kind of like goes like he's smiling at first and then he's like, oh no, what
It's
is
Rowley from Malcolm in the Middle.
that? It might be that.
From Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yes. Look that up because that's what Mintz reminds me of here. Like that looks like a younger version of him here.
What is this now?
This
wow.
kid from Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Oh, he
see it.
does look a lot like him. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's very
Like an older version.
But like what else did we think that picture was going to look like of Mintz?
Yeah,
That's
no,
pretty
that's
much what
Mintz.
you'd expect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I said at least he combed his hair. Better than today.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got his
does
tie
look
on.
very put together there.
Yeah.
He looks like he could be part of that, the people from Glee that wear like the same suits. Remember that show,
Oh
Glee?
yeah, I know of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a couple episodes. It wasn't for me, I don't think.
Yeah, it wasn't for me either.
And I watched a whole season in college trying to get some puss.
How'd that work out for you?
Got none.
It
Watched a whole
really
season
for
of
me,
Glee.
but
Not a bad show.
Here's a fun fact. Here's a very fun fact.
Became a huge fan.
They made a movie, Glee the movie. It's just a live concert that they
Yeah.
filmed. I'm in the front row in the movie, the theatrical release, because my mom worked at the arena where they did it, and like 20 minutes before the show, she was like, hey, they got free tickets. Do you want to come? And I was like, yeah, sure. Showed up, front row.
I think this is a lie. I think you're.
No, I
swear to you.
You're a huge Glee fan, and that's why you're in that.
Yeah.
I had a
Every
great time
line
at the show.
memorized.
You were begging your
Great
mom.
time at the show. Leah Michelle was singing Firework, pointing to me. I was like, me?
You were begging your mom before it. Please, mom, get me in there. Get me in the front row.
Please.
I remember I was wearing like a sleeveless, famous Stars and Straps, like Travis Barker shirt. I looked really out of place.
Is it? Can we? I guess it's in the. I was gonna say, can we get that up real quick?
I could probably. You'd have to scrub through the movie.
Yeah.
Because they filmed it on 2 nights and they put it together like it was one. But we went and we saw the movie because we were like, we're gonna be in it,
Yeah.
and we were. It was cool.
That's why you saw the movie.
There-
Sure.
Also because I had to see, how the story ended.
What happens to these teachers?
Jane Lynch, though, I remember her being very funny in that show.
She was good.
The episodes I saw, I
watched
can
both
see
seasons.
she was definitely in the show.
Yeah, she was the gym teacher.
She's very funny in role models. I'll give her- I'll
Great in
give her
role
that.
models.
Give her
Great in role models.
Was she the gym teacher or was she the Glee coach?
that. She's the gym teacher in Glee, I believe.
Yeah, because she didn't like the Glee kids.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I know a lot about
You
this.
know a little bit. You know too much. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was a hot cast. Everyone in it was hot, and then everyone died.
I was gonna say a lot of them are dead. That's
Yeah.
sad, yeah.
Yeah, it's not great.
Too soon.
Leah Michelle, also, fun fact about her, can't read.
What? Is she?
It's a big rumor.
Really?
Oh.
All right.
I was gonna say, is she dyslexic? No, it's just like a rumor.
I think it's like a
Trying to make fun
Mayweather.
with,
It's like Floyd Mayweather. Yeah.
Like, Leah? Yeah, that nothing works.
Rat Race.
Yes.
Trailer dropped yesterday.
My name is Chris Clemmer, and I love New York City. It's constantly interesting, thrilling, and there's history everywhere you look. So I took 5 teams and had them race to different locations all over the city. They're given clues at each leg of the race. The last one to arrive will be eliminated. And this time, we added an element that will push each team to the edge.
This is insane.
I don't trust it. I don't want to do this anymore.
Fuck it, Clemmer.
I don't know if we're gonna make it.
I think I'm faster than Keegs.
Come on.
I know. Fuck.
What are we doing?
Sucks to be you.
I hate you, Clemmer.
I'm gonna throw up. Oh my God.
I just feel my knees about to pop. Francis and Keeks, Gia and Grace O'Malley, Frank the Tank and Smitty, KFC and Fights, and our returning champions, Dana, Hubs, and Dukes. Who will win my rat race? The city is waiting for them.
Episode 2, Season 2.
I call it rat race 2.
Rat Race 2.
I like it, like UFC, numbered
Yeah, kind
events.
of like that.
Yeah.
Because we hopefully do like ideally 4 or 5 a year.
That'd be awesome.
all 5 boroughs of New York.
Yeah, 4 of the 5.
4 of the 5.
We don't fuck with Staten Island.
We could almost say 4.5.
Staten Island's the one you left out?
Yeah, you'll see.
People don't fuck with Staten Island.
I will say Staten Island's in the show. So the teams are I think pretty wild. Yeah, and by the way, Vibs helped out with the wildest part of the show, which I think makes this season or this episode so much better than the first one. I love the first one. I think this one blows out of the water. We have Frank and Smitty. We have Gia and Grace. We have KFC and Fights. We have
The winners from the first time, right?
the Three
three-man
Stooges
team.
are back. And then who am I forgetting?
Francis and Keith.
Francis
Yes.
and Keys.
Yeah.
So I think a really funny pairings and worked out better than I could have hoped.
The pairings are perfect. Like the dynamic between everybody was great. I enjoyed it.
And people take it very seriously, which I think is
Very
great.
seriously.
Like even after Rat Race is concluded, when people are talking about it here, they're upset or they're happy or they're talking shit. That's like a great vibe.
The funniest thing is Frank was just so mad that it was the windiest day New York's had in like 12 years.
Yeah,
and Frank was like, of course Clemmer picked the windiest day of the year. And it's
we
like,
scheduled this weeks in advance.
Yeah, it was
it's funny doing this. You always pray for no rain.
Yeah.
So like no rain.
Yeah.
Anything but rain. Of course, we end up getting wind, which we end up having people do some pretty exciting things in this show that are made it a lot more exciting because of the wind. And the whole time I'm like stressing. It's like, oh my god, is it going to get canceled because of the wind?
the week before we're going to shoot this promo thing, and Booze, who was a producer on it, is like, director was like, yeah, everything's gonna be fine as long as the winds aren't 60 miles an hour, which they said it never shuts down.
Never shuts down. And
Day of, winds are like 59 miles an hour.
I believe we're the only people up there that day. We put people very high in a building. You'll see, if you watch the trailer, you can
see a little bit of it.
You can see in the trailer. It
looked scary in the trailer, I gotta be
The second
honest.
we were done, they shut down for the day. It was not even open to the public that day.
That
They
makes
kinda
me
made-
think that they were like, we'll squeeze in these Barstool guys and hope for the best. Like,
if they fall off the building, oh well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. It's awesome. Please check out the trailer, and it's going to premiere Tuesday at 10 a.m.
there you go.
Tuesday
Please check out Route Race.
Tuesday at 10.
Tuesday, 10 a.m. Robbie, you got anything you need to promote?
No, not really.
Frank Walks with Denny Hamlin comes out today.
Ooh,
Okay.
Cool.
Great episode. If you like NASCAR, you got to go see that.
you go.
His
Absolutely.
walks are crazy. He's at Don Mattingly. He just got Dwight Gooden.
Scott Van Pelt.
Scott Van Pelt. I mean, like, it's crazy who are the people that the celebrities are getting to do that. And now Denny Hamlin. Like, that's, yeah. Frank's walks are killing it.
Stock going up.
I can't think of his name, but the running back for the Giants that went to the Eagles, Saquon Barkley.
duh, yeah.
He's had legit big names.
Dave
It's also-
Dave Portnoy.
Dave Portnoy, Will Compton.
Yep.
It is. I think we take it for granted just because we're around him every day, but his transformation is insane. When they show a photo before walks to now,
Yeah.
he doesn't even look like the same
He
person.
got his head shaved over the weekend or whatever.
Birthday haircut?
Yeah. Is it birthday?
I thought he only cut his hair on his birthday.
No way.
Yeah, no, he got his head. He got his head shaved, and I was thinking kind of where Marty is. We were talking, and he goes, "Is that Frank?" I said, "Yeah, he got his haircut." He's like, "I didn't." His head looks so much smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's so much thinner. If you look
See
at
a picture of him yesterday in the Mets, like it said, like I think Jenks put it up like Frank Drip or whatever.
Yeah.
He's wearing like a Mets windbreaker. He looks like super skinny. Looks
like-
great.
he's like-
so much thinner than he
Yeah.
did.
Reverse Barry Bonds. His head is shrinking.
His head is shrinking. Yeah. No, but it is crazy when you look, because you're right. You see him every day. It's hard to notice, but like when you see him where he looked like even 6 months ago to now, it's wild.
The mini guy. Look, that
Look at
picture
that.
right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
He looks like a New York City hype
He's
beast.
so much thinner. He's so much thinner, like so much thinner than he was.
Good for Frank.
Not to change subjects, but I don't want this to end. I don't want to leave the skeleton crew, my boys. Deadpool trailer came out.
Oh yeah, it looks great.
Deadpool Wolverine.
Looks amazing.
You're excited?
I think this is the movie that turns things around for Marvel. They've been kind of on a downslope, a lot of people would say. Now, I will say they still have a couple good movies here. Like Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was one of their last movies. I think it was
Spider-Man No Way Home was
fantastic. Exactly, fantastic.
Spider-Man movies are good.
I really liked Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. The way that they dealt with Chadwick Boseman passing in that movie, I thought was crazy impressive. Some good shows as well. Loki's a great one, but I think this is going to be the one that kind of gets everyone, even those that are out on Marvel right now, back in.
There seems to be a genuine excitement for it.
Yeah. I mean, you get Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine. You put him in the yellow spandex for the first time ever. How could you not be excited?
Hugh Jackman's
Rated R. They're already making jokes about getting pegged in the first trailer. It's not cookie cutter Marvel.
Yeah. I couldn't be more out on Marvel right now. I love the Spider-Mans. I love Deadpool, but whenever we did Endgame, and then they're like, all right, we got a billion more movies opening up, and you got to follow all these. I was like, I can't.
It was a little too much at once.
I can't.
Which they're taking a step back, and this year they're putting out one movie, one show. That's it.
You know what? I don't like the shows. It's too much.
You watch Loki?
I have not. But
Watch Loki.
I don't like the idea of having to watch all these shows. I guess that's the kind of thing. Like you said, trying to keep up. It's just
That being said, it's kind of comic booky in that way. Getting a weekly installment of one full arc, it's very, very
some of the
comic
shows
booky.
also are just. I'm not saying
Some of them are bad.
Some of them are just bad shows.
Yeah,
so I
they are.
gotta sit through 8 hours of this shitty show just so I understand what's going on in the next movie.
If you're ever
it's
interested,
a huge ask.
and this goes for everybody, if you're ever interested in checking out a Marvel show post Endgame, Loki is the one.
Okay.
2 fantastic seasons. I liked WandaVision. I thought they fumbled at the finish line. The finale's not great. Loki, all the way through, it's great.
Okay.
I still need to watch that. I keep telling you I'm going to watch that. I did watch WandaVision, though.
You would like it.
Good.
Loki's great. Hawkeye's great as a Christmas show. It's all centered around Christmas in New York. They have their hits, they have their misses.
It's just, Hawkeye's just one thing?
Yeah.
Hawkeye's
6 episodes. It's not a continuous season thing. It's one season, miniseries done.
Hawkeye's, ugh.
You'll like him. It's Haley Steinfeld is really the lead.
Haley Steinfeld. I don't have the
She was in
True Grit girl.
face
True
swap.
Grit, yeah.
Oh, when she was just a kid? Yeah.
Now she's a little grown up, but she's good in it.
Yeah. All right. You think they'll ever make an R-rated Spider-Man?
Spider-Man, I don't see why you.
There's rumors
be
that
surprised,
Nicolas
but-
Cage is going to do Spider-Man Noir in live action,
Oh.
which is the character from Into the Spider-Verse, and that could be rated R because it's set in the 50s and he's smoking cigs all the time.
Love that.
Yeah.
I'd love to see some cig smoking, maybe some titties, Mary Jane's
I don't
tits.
think you ever see a Batman. I should say never. I think it'd be hard to make a Batman rated R because it costs so much to make. But then again, we have the Joker rated R, so I feel like that's kind of their way around it.
Yeah. I'll watch anything Batman, Spider-Man, I'll watch this.
Yeah, me too.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right, that's the rundown.